Hello! It's another beautiful day of gaming. I'm Gambit, and welcome to the channel Play It Quick. Today I continue the campaign of Tanares Adventures. Last time we left off where we routed the Comet Lords, who attempted to reconstitute a portal that allows them to teleport across the realm. So that was good. Then we followed up on the council's advice to establish a safe route for supply trade and travel. And while we were doing that, we came across an orc who led us to his tribe after we saved his life. While we were there, we saw some collusion between the Iron Hand, which is supposedly the good guys, and the orcs. We chased them down, and we caught up with the orc chieftain. He happened to tell us about a lava axe and how to attain it safely. So we followed that route, and on that path we came across a gigantic scorpion. Now, there was an old man in his midst. We decided to approach cautiously because we wanted to harvest the venom as one would do, not realizing that that choice would actually result in the old man's demise. So, as bad as that was, we did get some pretty potent venom that we could lace our weapons with for the upcoming scenario. Maybe the old man was about to die anyways. Anyways, choices do matter and they have an impact. So, let's get to the table and let's play it quick. Avelum is going to take his turn. He is going to do Arcane Shot. He will move 2. 1, 2. Then Arcane Shot will go off with a defense of 7. Plus pushing the target 2 spaces. 1, 2. Plus an additional 8 damage because he took fire damage from the terrain. Orc Guardian. The straightest path is to Renkyr. 1, 2, 3. He will take fire damage again. 7 defense. So that will be 12 damage to Renkyr. The benefit she chooses is +1 to attack. She deals 11 damage to him. Her effect she chooses is to deal +2 additional damage to him and move to the target. 1, 2. Hero ally was in one range of the target, deal an additional 3 damage, and a hero flips an attack. Thalia will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to target the Goblin Guardian. Needs to pass 5 defense. 8 damage to the Goblinoid. An ally is in 3, so flip an attack, but for her that just translates to health. The Goblin's retaliation attack, the closest. Her defense is 7. Dealing 8 residual damage instead. She forgot to either heal 7 a hero or an ally moves 2 and heals 4. And so 1, 2. Renkyr is on a warpath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the beginning of the turn, he was within 2 spaces of the goblin enemy. So the goblin enemy will take 3 damage. A natural 20! That's +5! 15 damage goes to the noxious orc. And the effect of the attack, Renkyr will heal 4 health. Noxious orc is about to retaliate. He will target the character with the least amount of health, and that is Thalia, despite Renkyr being right in his face. And the quickest path to Thalia is through the fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing and dealing only 8 residual damage to her. She scuffles up. She needs to surpass 7 defense. And does it! Her attack does 11 damage, bringing him down to 1 health. He cowers and surrenders to them. It's essentially a defeat. Each hero will get 1 mana, and the effect she will choose to gain an additional mana. The orc was able to surrender because there were 3 heroes within 3 spaces of him, and he was under 5 health. That is the extra challenge for this scenario. Avelum powers up his arcane blast, targeting the Goblin Guardian and the orc. His passive triggers because the target is 4 or more away from him. 1, 2. He needs to pass a 5. He needs to pass a 7. Arcane Blast does its job, dealing 9 damage per hit. Since the Noxious Orc was moved, the effect of the Avelum's passive is +8 damage. He gets to move 1 the target's hit. The Goblin 1 space into fire, and the Orc 1 more space. But he is susceptible to more fire damage and reactionary damage as he strikes carelessly at Mirror. 8 residual damage, and that's the end of the Goblin Guardian's turn. Thalia. An ally is in 3 of her. She may flip an attack or heal 3. She needs to pass 7 defense. Thalia suffers inaccuracy as well, dealing only 5 residual damage to the Orc. She will gain a mana, and she will pay 3 health to prevent the Orc from activating. Renkyr is the final hero to go this round by spending 1 mana to move an ally 2 and gain hastened. So 1/2. But that exposes her to the fires. There is a reason behind the madness. He wants her to be within 3 of the Orc as he surrenders. Since an enemy started at least in 2 range of him, he takes 3 damage. Needs to pass 7 and does it! The attack is blessed. 11 damage gets through when he surrenders, because 3 heroes are within 3 spaces of him. That's another mana added to everybody. As part of the green Orc surrendering, we get a lantern or a torch. As part of the Orc Noxious surrendering, we get a mythical key. It's a new round, and Thalia will attack the Goblin, hoping to send him to the great beyond, with her primary attack needing to pass 5 defense, which is enough to deal 8 damage, killing him. Everybody gets 1 more mana. You get a mana. You get a mana. Everybody gets a mana! She is going to heal 7 a hero, the hero Mirror, and an ally was in 3 of you, so she flips an attack, which for her is 3 health, so give her 47. You enter a large chamber with some goblins and orcs. You also see 2 orbs and 2 levers. Before you can take action, the floor gets hot as if magma will erupt. These enemies all have guard 3. The underground tunnels are filled with magma that now and then overflows to the surface. At the end of each round, each hero not on ruins takes 4 damage. Thalia will complete her turn by walking 1, 2, 3, 4. Renkyr will use his mana ability. He's down to 1, and he will activate Lure. He's pulling him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, taking 4 damage. Mir spends 4 mana to deal 16 damage to the Goblin. At the start of Renkyr's turn, 1 enemy is within 2 range, so he will take 3 damage. He will use Searing Vengeance. He needs to pass 5 defense. A 20! That's 11 damage plus 5. That will kill the Goblin quickly right off the bat. Everybody gets a mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Avelum understands the need for haste, so he sprints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mirror now activates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the other guards are going to take a turn unprovoked. 5 additional damage to their attack. First off, we will go with the red orc. He will attack the hero with the highest health points, and the closest that he can do is Renkyr. So he will move 1, 2, 3, and he needs to surpass 7 defense. He deals 17 crippling damage to Renkyr, and he pushes him back 2 spaces. However, there's 5 more damage because he was unprovoked. But I think he will use his chainmail to block 5 at least. But before this villain's turn is over, Avelum is going to spend a mana. He's going to pay 4 health to make a basic attack on the green orc. 8 damage. The green orc is hit with a basic attack, and that will stop his unprovoked +5 damage. And now it's the green orc's turn, which is a separate villain's turn. So Avelum will use 1 more mana. He will do Wind Blast, move 3 a villain. And he will push him 1, 2, 3 spaces away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means 3 residual damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 damage to Avelum. He will also use his leather jacket to block 5 of that. This goblin's going to move as quick as possible. 2 movement there. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. He will take 3 residual damage. The blue goblin will attack Avelum because he has a range of 2. Avelum is fortunate to only gain 13 residual damage. At the end of the round, none of the heroes are on ruins and magma seeps into the floor, dealing 4 damage to everybody. Avelum will use 4 of her mana to heal Avelum for 16 health. Avelum will use his special shockwave attack, target 2 enemies. 16 damages dealt to each of them, and then he can move 3 the targets hit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They both take 4 fire damage. The first one attacked was the red orc, so he will retaliate with the hero with the most health, which is Myr. So he will move here to be closest, gaining reaction damage from Renkyr, which is 8 damage. He hits Myr with a powerful attack, 17 damage plus pushing her 2 into the fire, so 21 damage total. Renkyr starts, and an enemy is in 2 spaces of him. This enemy takes 3 damage. He's going to apply that damage to the green orc. Then he's going to use Bone Destruction to attack him, and he is going to use his long sword, which is coated with a viscous scorpion venom that he gained earlier. Avelum, his pal, is going to help him out by spending 1 mana to activate Guidance. Guidance will require him to spend 2 health, but the attack is empowered 6. The third 20 rolled in this match. That is +5 to his attack. 11 +5, which is 16 damage. And he is +5 from the sword. So that brings it down to 5 health. And since he is 5 health or less with allies or with heroes within 3, he is going to surrender before he retaliates. What a turn of events! Each character will receive 1 mana. Then they get a tool token, and we will pick up this beautiful tome. Myr will take her turn. Renkyr will spend 2 mana to activate mobility. So 1, 2. She is hastened, so she's not going to get any reaction damage. Then she will move 1, 2, 3. She will attack the blue goblin, and the wizard will spend 1 mana to activate his last ability, True Strike. Before the attack, she is blessed, and he will total charge the red orc, dealing 9 damage to him, bringing him down to 18 health. Myr is actually going to move over here, so she's on safe ground for when the lava rises, she can avoid taking damage. She attacks the blue goblin, and she gets +1 to her attack roll. She needs to pass 5 defense. She slices through the blue goblin, 11 damage. And the effect she chooses to use, 2 extra damage, bringing him down to 19 and moving to the target. 1, 2. And there we go. The blue goblin will target the farthest hero away, which is Thalia. So he will move 1, 2, which will give him reactionary damage from Avelum. So 8 damage, taking him down to 11 health. Then 3, and he takes 4 fire damage. He attacks Thalia, who has a defense of 7. 13 damage taken to Thalia. She is down to 30. Everybody is hemorrhaging life quickly. His passive, no other villain is in 1 of the target. So that will affect, so deal +3 damage. So Thalia will actually go down to 27. Move 3, this villain, away from the target. The safest path. 1, 2, 3. And take another reaction damage, which would kill him. He is dead. Everybody gets 1 more mana. Thalia is the last remaining character to go for this round. She will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and she's going to attack on the red orc. 8 damage comes through to the orc, and an ally is in 3 of her, so she will flip an attack, or, since she's a comrade, gain 3. Her other effect will be to heal 7 a hero, so she will heal Mir. It's the end of the round, folks, and that means everybody is going to take fire damage. Thalia, an attack against the red orc. The attack goes through, and he surrenders, and we get the final tool token. She will go ahead and move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. An ally was in 3 of her, so she would flip an attack, which would translate to healing. And for her effect, she's going to heal 7, and I think she's going to heal herself. Avelum will activate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This single red door, which is protecting a chest and a quest object, has 15 health and 2 defense. He is going to fire distracting shot at it. 11 damage goes through. It is down to 4 remaining health before they are gained entrance. Mir is going to activate, but before she does, Thalia will spend 4 mana to heal Renkyr for 16. Mir will come up close to the door and smack it hard. 5 residual damage still breaks through the door, and she gains 1 mana for the miss. Renkyr will rush to higher ground before the end of the round, which every hero would take 4 damage, but everyone's safe except for Mir. And it's the end of the round, so we read 4.2. As you make your way through the room, a grand array of arcane orbs and antique levers draw your attention. Transfer any hero to square M12. Depending on which tool tokens you have more or less information about the order in which you should activate them. We've got the tome token. One of the surrendered orcs says, "One of the elements brings magma up. The other closes a floodgate. So you mustn't activate the same type of element twice in a row. And you must begin with the element that brings the magma up." Torch token. One of the surrendered orcs says, "The first orb you must activate is the one that feels hotter when you touch it. They follow the same color principle as fire." Key token. One of the surrendered orcs says, "The left lever is the first lever. It must be activated before an orb, I think, or after, or both." Hook token. One of the surrendered orcs says, "Levers close floodgates so the heavy axe doesn't dive down. About orbs, red comes before yellow." Based on the confusing riddle, the following sequences represent possible activation orders for the orbs and levers, so that they bring the lava axe from the hidden depths to you. Choose one sequence for the activation. Go ahead and pause and see if you can solve the riddle. I hope you didn't spend too long on that puzzle because it does not make sense to me. The first orc said you mustn't activate the same type of element twice in a row, so that, therefore, eliminates option B. Then the second orc said you must activate the orb first that feels hotter when you touch it. They follow the same color principle as fire. Red is hot. That's universal. So therefore, C would be eliminated from the options. All we have left is A and D. Then the left lever is the first lever. It must be activated before an orb, I think, or after, or both. Therefore, that would eliminate A, leaving only D. When I choose that, that is incorrect, and each hero would take 8 damage. But the last orc said something that I wasn't able to decipher. Levers close floodgates. Got it? So the heavy axe doesn't dive down. About orbs, red comes before yellow. Yellow is in all caps. So, if any of you understands what that is indicating and why C is the correct answer, please leave a comment in the notes below because I am confused by that. Nonetheless, all our heroes would take 8 damage. At the moment you master the dance of orbs and levers, the cave shakes, opening a path for a surge of glowing magma. As the fiery river retreats, the legendary lava axe is revealed, sitting on the cooled obsidian floor. Select a hero to get this weapon. The chosen one now wields the lava axe, a mighty tool of destruction. It doubles all damage dealt by its wielder's attacks. This includes modifiers such as weapon, passives, conditions, and other effects. However, your triumphant moment is interrupted when a group of Iron Hand soldiers comes into sight. Leading them is none other than Sergeant Breed, his eyes full of ambition. Did you think you could take the lava axe for yourselves? With this mighty weapon, I could bring the orc tribes under my control. I could loot cities at will and collect a fortune beyond imagination. Hand it over. Now! His order echoes through the cave as they get their weapons ready for an attack. The walls open to reveal sentinels, a blue and a red sentinel and an orange sniper. And this character represents the boss. We have our first boss battle. He is brutal. Thalia shall activate first for this round. She needs to roll greater than 6 defense. Long distance shot connects, dealing 8 damage, -3 from guard. He is alert, as well as everyone else within 3 spaces of him. For her effect, she is going to choose to heal 7 a hero, and she still has some movement points left, so she is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. What she's actually going to do, what's going to happen, Renkyr will spend a mana. Actually, he's going to spend 2 mana to do mobility again, because he really wants to move Mir 1, 2 spaces. Now that she's within range of the boss, 8 spaces, she will spend 4 mana, Mir will, to deal 16 damage to him. So then Thalia will move here and pick up this artifact, which grants everybody 2 additional mana. The boss is furious. He will strike at Renkyr. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cannot reach him. He will gain residual damage and then continues on his way. 1, 2, 3. Avelum will pay 1 mana to use quick shot. He will lose 4 health and make a basic attack. So 8 damage comes through. Renkyr will spend 1 mana himself. He triggers barrier to protect himself. 3. A crushing blow, 20 points of damage, and he is going to be pushed 4. So 1, 2, 3. And the boss heals 15 health. An ally is in 3 of Thalia when she first attacked, so she would have gained 3 health. Renkyr performs the Mark of Death, and he will deal double damage for everything, including modifiers, which is why Avelum will spend 1 mana to activate Guidance. Pay 2 health, and he will be empowered 12 in this case. But it is worth it. So that will deal 25 plus the 6 empowered, 31, double it. That's 62 damage. He lost 70 points, which means each character will get a mana, and then he will skirt away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Avelum, 1, 2. And he's using Magic Missile. He will target the orange sniper. 6 defense. He can move him 2 away. So 1, 2. And he misses! 5 residual damage, but the wizard gains a mana. It's time to retaliate. He will attack the target with the least amount of health that he can reach. He has a range of 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Avelum will spend 1 mana to trigger a Wind Blast. Move the red sentinel closer. 1, 2, 3. The hero with the least amount of health, target Mir, since she has a stronger defense. It's a miss! Amazing! Only 8 residual damage. It could have been so much worse. And Mir will spend all 4 of her mana to deal an additional 16 damage to the boss. And at the same time, Renkyr will use 1 mana to activate Invigorate. You heal 1 for each 5 damage, which all of his tokens are charged, which does heal 9. So he will heal 10 health. Surprisingly, he doesn't have the most health. Thalia does at 30. Mir will activate using her greater impulse. This is the perfect time to use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She targets Avelum, so he will heal 10. His cards will cycle, meaning he will get his leather jacket back, unexhausted. He will get to move 3 first, so he will go 1, 2, 3. He decides to use Arcane Blast. Red, defense of 7. Success. Orange, defense of 6. 9 damage. And a miss is 5 residual damage to the orange and gain a mana. And the successful hit, he gets to move 1 the target's hit. The red sentinel is aiming at Avelum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, taking reaction damage from Mir, which is 7. Avelum takes 18 damage. He's pushed back 4. 1, 2, 3, and that's the edge of his limit. The greater impulse also means first attack was empowered 8. So the red sentinel would have taken 8 additional damage. No other hero is in 1 of the targets, so he heals 6. The sentinel mystic, he is unprovoked, so he does 5 damage extra, and he targets the furthest hero away that he can reach. Well, he can't reach anybody in 5, so he will move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he'll take 3 residual damage to get in range of Mir. And before that happens, Renkyr will spend a mana to activate Barrier to shield her 3. Thalia will spend 3 mana to heal Mir 10 health to assure her existence after this attack. 3 is a miss! So only residual damage of 8 plus 5 for unprovoked, so 13 damage. It could have been a lot worse, and that's the end of the round. A new round begins. Thalia will use 1 movement to pick up this treasure chest, which contains a healing spell if needed. If I don't spend it, then I will get a bonus. 1, 2, 3. She will lob an attack at the boss. Very dangerous. Avelum will spend 1 mana to activate True Strike, giving Thalia blessed status. The total charge does 9 damage to the boss. Then she attacks. And she's blessed, so she deals 8 damage to him. She will heal 3. He's furious and rampaging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He takes retaliation or reaction damage from Avelum, which is 8 damage. Striking. He does 20 damage to her. Also, I should note that she would have healed 7 a hero. She will heal Avelum 7. She is pushed 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Off screen. And he heals 15 damage. Mir will attack the red sentinel right in front of him. Avelum will spend a mana to make her blessed. He takes 11 damage. And she will gain a mana for her effect. Red Sentinel activates. He's going to attack the hero with the highest health, which is Renkyr. So he will move 1, 2, 3, 4, getting reaction damage from her, which is 7 damage. Avelum will pay a mana. He's down to 2. He is going to take 4 health damage to make a basic attack. He will attack the boss with a basic attack. He loses 8 damage. This is also probably a good time to use his short bow, which will do plus 5 more damage. Give him 2 distracted because of the venom that was laced. Damage is enough to deal 18 damage and to push him. 1, 2, 3, 4 into the fire. 18, 22 damage. Holy cow. And the red sentinel gets to heal 6 for his passive ability. Avelum will take his turn and he will move 1. And he will attack with Arcane Shot. He can move to the target first. So 1, 2. Then Arcane Shot. That will do 12 damage to the boss. Then he gets to push 2 more spaces. 1, 2. Renkyr will activate. He will target the boss. And he will do Vitality Sword. 1, 2. That's enough to kill him. Everybody gets a mana. The sniper is unprovoked. The lowest health hero is Renkyr, but Mir is the closest that he can reach. So he will target her and potentially kill her. Another critical fail for the orange sniper. That does 8 plus 5, 13 damage. She is miraculously intact. Unbelievable. The blue is unprovoked, and he will target Renkyr the farthest away. Renkyr is about to die. Avelum will spend one of his precious mana to do Wind Blast and blow the blue villain 3 spaces away. That move put Mir in the crosshairs instead. 1, 2, 3. He just needs to be within 2. She will conk out. No other villain is in range 1 of the target. So this heals 6 this villain, ignoring his max HP. And Echo 7, another hero closest and in 8, takes 7 damage. So that would be Avelum. Renkyr will go 1, 2, 3, and he will use Life Explosion on a dead ally. Revive the target and place it in 5 of you. Let's put it here. With 25 health, heal 15 you or another ally. I will activate myself. Thalia will activate. She will use her Greater Impulse on Avelum to heal him 10. And I get to move him 3. 1, 2, 3. He will use Magic Missile. Oh, but it's empowered too because of Greater Impulse. So he in fact will die. That is huge. And he gets to deal 3 damage to 2 other enemies. So blue and orange. Blue is back to 50. Orange is down to 42. This is it, folks. This is the final countdown. Mir activates, and she's going to attack the blue sentinel right in her face. 11 damage to him, bringing him to 39 health. Before that happens, though, Avelum will spend a mana to gain guidance. He will pay 2 health, and that ally is empowered 6. So 6 more damage to blue. Avelum is completely charged, so deals an outburst of 9 more damage to the blue sentinel. Things are getting serious. And for her last portion of the action, she will want to do 1 mana. The blue sentinel will want to attack Renkyr as the farthest hero within reach. And he will, before that happens, Mir will spend her 4 mana to deal 16 damage to him. And unfortunately, is there anything else that can be done? I think Avelum will spend 1 mana to pay 4 health and make a basic attack. So Avelum is down to 17, and he'll make a basic attack before he can move. The blue sentinel is gone! Give us 1 more mana. This is it. One last guy. The orange sniper. Avelum will take the last turn of the round with Distracting Shot. Accomplishes 5 damage, and he gains a mana. So the orange will retaliate and target the hero with the least amount of health, which is Thalia, which he cannot reach. Next would be Avelum. Here we go. This is where things get dicey. He will spend his counter spell. He'll take 10 damage for it. This isn't even guaranteed, so this is very risky. He pulls it off. He negates the target's attack, and permanently he is hastened. It's a new set of rounds with new activations. Here we go. Yes, Mir will activate. Renkyr will spend 1 mana to trigger mobility, which is move to an ally and hasten it. Then she will attack. Her benefit will be a +2, which she will use to move here. And she's going to attack. That's 11 damage and +2 damage and move to the target. So +2 damage and this way. Then the rest of her turn she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to pick up the treasure chest. The orange sniper will go, trying to finish Avelum's life. But before that happens, Avelum spends 1 mana. He's down to 2, and he will trigger Wind Blast, which will move the villain 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Now he's going to target the hero with the lowest health, but he does have to move. So he will move 1, 2, getting reaction damage. So 7 damage. Believe it or not, Thalia is within 8 spaces and within sight from a corner of the square, is in sight of him. So she will spend 3 mana to heal him 10 health. Crazy that he is still alive. He does 15 damage to him. The rest is a formality as the wizard moves 1, 2, 3. He will cycle, meaning he gets his short bow attack again. So he will attack with Arcane Shot, his most powerful attack. That's 12 plus 5 from the bow attack, 17. He dies, and everybody, except for Mir once, survive. What a close call. As you climb to the surface, the weight of the lava, both literal and figurative, presses upon you. Possessing such a legendary artifact could make the conflicts among the orc tribes come to an end and reduce orcish criminality. Amid your doubts, you come across a group of orc workers, exhausted from their forced work to search for the axe. You ask them for advice, telling them about your dilemma. Their advice points you to two possible holders, Varzog, the severe and experienced Tsvetan governor chosen by the Empire, who might use the axe to inspire action and expansion among the orc tribes, leading attacks against the Kemet. The other choice is the mysterious Red Mother, a respected spiritual leader who might lead the orcs towards isolation and peace, probably dramatically reducing crime, but lessening the war support you may receive. I will give him to Varzog. Hopefully they'll know that I sacrificed this and remembered that. When you get to Firgus City, the sun-soaked capital of Tsvetan, you find Varzog inside a robust and fancy fortification. I am indebted to you, he begins, his voice heavy with seriousness as he takes the lava axe from you. This weapon grants me the means to have absolute authority over the York tribes, but our immediate danger is still the Kemet. We must fuel the orcs' anger and direct their rage towards our shared enemy. He looks at the axe and adds, regrettably, the true power of this axe, as you have seen, can only be used near the lava pools of Tsvetan. Add Varzog. You learn that the orcs' former leader, Cordal, used to put the lava axe in the magical lava that runs under Tsvetan every night without revealing its location to anyone. Now that this will no longer happen, the weapon will become weaker over time, but the respect for the symbol will endure. You've indirectly reduced the crime on the Imperial roads by stopping the orcs' tribal war. Mark safer roads. You didn't find the Iron Hand's missing wagons. Warfugee suffers from a lack of supplies. Warfugee Bulletin. The Tsvetan War is over. Witnesses report that heroes headed to the region and found a legendary artifact that all tribes respect. The pillaging of innocent villages in the south is expected to cease, for the orcs no longer need to finance their war chests. For the moment, peace reigns in the southeast and around Efferhild Citadel. Warfugee loses its supplies. An important Iron Hand caravan headed to Warfugee has been attacked somewhere along the roads of Ubel, a victim of the spreading criminality and misery. It is said that heroes traveled south to find and escort the supplies back to our people and soldiers without success.